Welcome back to Recruitment Metrics, an essential guide. Part 2. How many metrics is too many? Having established what is important to all the various stakeholders, it's now time to put measures in place to track and report on activities. But how many measures should this be? Can there be too few or too many? Let's have a look at things to consider before you start to decide exactly what to include. Don't put a limit on knowledge. First off, don't limit yourself by saying we can't have more than a certain number of measures. After all, measures are just a way of knowing what's going on within your field of interest, and wouldn't you want to know all that is going on? Measure what is important, not what you can measure. Here is the key. Don't measure things just because you can. They must be important. First, check that you can link them back to the stakeholder requirements. Next, begin the "so what" test. If you cannot clearly explain why a measure being high rather than low, or low rather than high, constitutes a problem, or why you would need to rectify things, then it probably isn't important. KPIs and PIs. You may have several different measures that look at one specific area, and you may decide it's okay because all are important or talk to part of your process. But ideally, you should be able to distill the one or maximum two that you could elevate to be a key performance indicator. For example, if you want to measure time, you may want to talk about time to produce a short list of candidates, time for candidates to move through the interview process, or time to solicit hiring manager feedback. But you should always know what your single time KPI is. More about this in a future video. Know your audience and target them. You may then end up with quite a few measures and a small number of KPIs. You will also likely have many reporting streams where these can be shared. Internal team communications, hierarchical within HR, to finance, and out to the wider business and hiring manager community. These metrics should then be tailored to them and what is important for them to see. Join us soon for Part 3, a call to action.